It is by will alone that I set my mind in motion. It is by the juice of Java that thoughts acquire speed, that the lips acquire stain, the stains become a warning. It is by will alone I set my mind in motion.
Oh Lord, give me coffee to accept the things I cannot change, the extra espresso shot to change the things I can, and one more cup so I can tell the difference. Grande.
Hail, coffee full of cream, caffeine is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst the beverages, and blessed is the result of thy consumption, wakefulness. Holy coffee, color of mud, be there for us workers, now at the hour of our commute, so must it brew.
Caffeine is my shepherd, I shall not doze. It maketh me to wake in green pastures. It leadeth me beyond the sleeping masses. It restoreth my buzz. It leadeth me into a path of consciousness for its name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of addiction, I fear no equal, for thou art with me. Thy cream and thy sugar, they comfort me. Thou preparest a carafe before me in the presence of Juan Valdez. Thou anointest my day with pep, my mug runneth over. Surely richness and taste shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Duncan forever.
Good morning, Planet Flipside. How about you this morning? We saved you a seat. May your coffee cup runneth over, and may your day be magical.
Good morning.
Good
morning, Myrtle. Are you up, Jelly Bean?
Yep.
Oh, wait, there you are. I couldn't hear you.
Oh,
first.
sorry. I did speak.
Okay.
I guess my mic needed to be adjusted. I'm sorry.
How's it going for everyone today?
I wish I could say it's going better. But at the same time, like, the reason why, because what is on my mind this morning is how embarrassed I am to be from the state that I am in. I don't know how many other of you feel the same way, but when you see time after time again, clip after clip of seeing your state representative ask if TikTok has access to your Wi-Fi, I swear I want to crawl in a hole and just forget the world for a while.
It's true, though. It's like, you guys, you should be up on this. I mean, didn't the FBI create the internet, kind of?
I have no idea who invented the internet.
The Department of Defense.
Thank you.
But hubby does.
They created the backbone network backbone connecting universities, and then it grew from there back in the 70s.
But it's weird because people don't know stuff like that, you know? And you just want to go in and go, okay, somebody didn't do their research. Now, did they?
No, I know we don't get political on here, so I'm going to try to keep this as unpolitical as possible. However, if you value your social media, because they're trying to distract you with saying that it's just about TikTok. It is not.
Oh, it's not.
It is talking about your social media across the board. Your Facebook, your Twitter, your YouTube, which means us, your TikTok, your Instagram, your Snapchat, any form of social media that connects more than 1 million people together. And they are coming after your free speech, because what the end result or the end game is, as it is trajected right now, is that if this bill were to pass in our government's legislature, they would have complete control to ban any app, video games are included, as they see fit. They also want to control what kind of truth we can tell. And the reason I'm on my soapbox is that I had like an epiphany this morning, and I figured out like where their biggest problem is. They want to control the media, and they used to be able to control it. But then TikTok came along, and now they can't control the truth anymore.
Well, it's
because
TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook.
Well, there's that, but see, all of these folks in the House and the Senate have stock in Facebook. They don't have stock in TikTok.
That's
because
true.
TikTok is not on American soil. TikTok is in China. Along with like 80,000 other brands and companies that we use here in America on the day-to-day, but I digress. But
Well,
if
I know-
you
TikTok
recall,
does have a headquarters in DC.
Yeah, it does.
I know that, but they're still arguing that all of our
Information.
data is going to China, and that's
Yeah.
I
not
have
the
a-
case according to CEO Mr. Shu. But
Well, it surprised me they want to get rid of it because they have their hand in all our personal material right now. If you're on the internet, the government knows you're there.
mhm.
You know,
And they know what you're doing.
and they
the
know
thing-
it's free, but who the hell cares?
The thing that I realized
Right.
this morning was, I remember growing up, what did we do twice a day? At least twice a day. We got up in the morning, and while we were getting ready for our commute, I don't know about everybody else, but I know my parents had the news on every morning. Every morning during breakfast, they had it on every evening during dinner. So what does that mean? That means that the government, which is in control of the media, is in control of what information you're receiving about the world that you live in. TikTok and social media comes along, and now we've been finding out for the last several years that it's been in place that our government has been lying to us, that everything that's going on in the world that we thought happened really didn't. Our whole lives have been a lie. So you've got all these generations like Gen X, Gen Z, millennials, that are all pissed off at the government. They don't like that. Because
And the boomers don't know whether to scratch their watch or wind their butts.
Exactly. And so I don't know about anybody else, but me as an adult, I don't watch the news. I don't pay for television, cable, stuff like that. I watch Netflix, stuff that doesn't have the news on it. So where do I get my news from? Under the desk news on TikTok. I get my news from people who are living those experiences and seeing things from their point of view,
Yeah,
rather
it comes
than
out different when it's not
Exactly.
filtered.
it's not filtered, and that's what they don't like.
Yeah, well,
They don't like us having the freedom of speech to be able to say, hey, it's not what they're saying that it is.
it'll
This is
just
what's
move.
actually happening.
It'll just move to other social medias.
It's
There'll
because
be new ones. There
social
are
media-
a ton of new ones.
social media blew the lid on how corrupt different governments are,
Mhm. Just
and
a second.
religious bases.
Good morning, Myrtle. Good morning, Mama Chris. How the hell have you been, Mikey? I haven't seen you forever. It's good to see you. I liked your beard, by the way. Why'd you shave it off? It was very pretty.
And Chris, I gotta correct you. It's not just hubby that knows all. Mel also knows all.
Hubby
Hubby and Mel.
Oh, hello!
Hi.
Hello.
There's a rabbit!
Thank you, hubby. I didn't hear my ding dong go off.
And
Ding
Sisu.
dong.
Ding dong.
You can't forget Sisu. He's
Can't
more of a
forget
star than
Sisu.
me.
Oh, the end of the where you're holding him like a little baby. That's cute. That was cute.
Aww.
It was.
I used to have big dogs that wanted to be puppies forever, or thought they were puppies forever. I am doing fairly well. Not spit spot tape, but pretty good.
I organized my back bathroom today and got rid of 2 garbage bag fulls of shit.
You gonna throw stuff out?
Yep, I threw some shit out.
Yay!
Yay is right.
That doesn't that feel good? It's like spring cleaning your brain.
I know. Oh my goodness. I'm ready to go clothes shopping, guys.
Ooh.
I know. Rainbow Rabbit and Draconis have been working together to bring you outfits, and I got like 20 outfits over on the dog cage in my bathroom. And I'm just like, I've been waiting for like, so Saturday, Sunday, that's like the 2 days since like my 11 o'clock coffee house time is my 11 o'clock make a TikTok video time in the morning for like on my days off throughout Monday through Friday. So yeah, I made yours because I was just going through my normal like, all right, like their videos, all right, and you need to post some new stuff. I'm going pretty far down in your video.
I know I don't have new stuff. I have got to do. I was thinking about after all that stuff about Garfield, I'm thinking Wednesday I might do some Garfield stuff.
Yay!
If I can find audios, because I realized I have all the stuff to do it.
Poor Rabbit.
But the audio.
Roasted. You're getting roasted in the audience.
Well, no, I just had a bunch of shit in there that I just needed to get rid of. Honestly, and then I took some clothes out of a tote, so all the clothes that I had that I packed inside. I bought a giant blue tote for all the clothes that I couldn't fit into when I stopped my go-go days and gained all my weight. And I now can fit in all of those clothes in that tote, so they're back in my closet. So,
awesome. That's great.
This is the first time I've worn this fancy shirt from my Aunt Debbie. She got it for me for Christmas.
Hold on. The comments are blowing up at you. Hold on a second.
I tried to tell him.
Mama Chris says, supposed to flush the shit in the bathroom, but maybe that's just me.
Hey, man, the only thing that's allowed in my fucking bathroom toilets is shit and piss. You can't even put toilet paper down my pipes now. You gotta throw it in the garbage.
Oh, that's rough. I've been there. It's good to throw shit out. It probably started to stink. What's this? Rabbit, it's either me being sarcastic or I'll cry all day.
Oh no!
Right? You're all
Don't
good,
cry.
Muriel.
Do you want me to share this, hubby? I'm lazy, chubby, and cynical. I love food, naps, and coffee. I hate Mondays, people, and exercise. I've never thought I'd grow up to become Garfield.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that is so true.
Get him, Garfield. Get him, John.
The fox. That is.
There's my
See, I wore different. I wore my
favorite
pom
scene.
poms today. See that?
I know. I'm like, the ears are gone.
They're in the other room. I have a box of them down here, and I have like a handful in the bathroom. I need to bring and put in the box.
I wanted to ask you if you were okay, but I didn't want to draw attention to it.
Oh,
Who? Me?
Vixie?
Vixie has the
As
wrong
soon as
ears
we
in.
popped up, I was like, ma'am, you got your night ears on. You got to put your daytime ears
All right.
on.
Here's my rabbit ears.
Oh my god,
And if you
I
can see,
love
they're
them.
pierced.
Oh, I even want them more now.
These were handmade by a girl in Russia for me. This is my first pair. They're kind of getting matted, but they're cute. Here's a different pom-poms, but it's more pink. They remind me of puppy ears.
Oh, I'm sorry, Myrtle.
And then my orange ears for Garfield.
I
Here's
wish
one
your brother a
I
happy
hardly ever
birthday
wear.
wherever
It's a
his soul may
unicorn.
be.
I think that's all I have in here. Oh, and I have these.
Oh, I like those. Those are neat.
These are Batgirl, or not Batgirl,
Catwoman.
goggles.
Just
Those are
remember,
not-
Myrtle, we are always here.
Yep. And we will fill your inbox with virtual
Oh my god,
hugs.
it's my oldest birthday today. He just turned 20.
Mhm.
Yay!
Happy birthday, tiny human who's
Why
not
did I
tiny
get
He's not a tiny
anymore.
human.
30?
He's a big boy.
Happy
Okay.
birthday!
Yay.
We call him Booger. Booger Snot. Which isn't very nice, but that happens sometimes in families.
Well, I mean, I can't say anything. My kid's nickname is Poop.
I tend to
That's
call him
all
Boogie
she
or
did?
Boogie or Boogie Woogie.
Boogie Woogie, yeah. We do that too.
Oh! You want to know
Wasn't
what
there
I
a
find
character
cleaning out my
on
bathroom this
Revenge of
morning?
the Nerds?
Shit, I'm assuming.
Well, Mama Vixie, you know last Sunday on the Rainbow Rabbit Show, I'm like, let me go find my journal with all those tarot readings that I wrote in it.
Yeah.
I found that!
Yay!
What's in your
I'm
bathroom?
prepared. Got my notes. I love
Cool.
writing, can you tell?
You found it in your bathroom?
Yeah, I found it in my bathroom.
You make my hands hurt by looking at just how much shit you write, Rabbit. I used
have
to be
a
able to write a
handwriting
lot.
book. When mine starts to get lazy, I take it out. And the dog jumps over the fence or whatever that sentence is that has all the letters in it, and I practice my cursive.
You said I make your head hurt, Jellybean, because of
Yeah.
No, my hands, because,
Oh.
you know, I can't write a lot. I used to be able to in my younger days when I was, like, in high school and college. I could write like nobody's business.
So
And
I get the journal.
now it's just excruciating.
And so what I did is I started in the front and went all the way to the back. And then I turned it to the back, and then I started writing on the back of each page and went all the way to the front. So I'm almost to the front of my book. And I could see from the difference from when I first started writing my journal last year in November and mine, my penmanship is just like, whoa, I can fit like double the amount of words in my writing right now that I could before.
Getting your shit together, that's why. Everything falls into place at some point.
One of my least favorite days of the year is when school starts back.
My
and you've got
bathroom
all
is a
those
storage
fucking
room,
forms
not a
to
bathroom
fill
right
out
now,
and
Chris.
sign.
Oh my god, all mine are getting new schools, I think. Maybe not the little
Wait.
one. I have to find some kind of daycare for Boogie though.
I feel for you, because when you've got 3 kids in 3 different schools and you've got to fill out the same forms for each kid, oh my gosh, and multiple classes when they're in high school and in middle school, you got to fill them out for every single frickin' teacher, because
It's
they
true.
don't ever just take the shit that you wrote down last year and just say, hey, can you just confirm this is correct,
here's
or
last
if it's
year's.
anything
Just
different?
correct it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why they don't do that. And then here's
Yes.
another thing that like really annoys me at times during the year. They'll randomly send home a contact sheet form
Yeah.
that has all of the contact info on it. So
Yeah.
please don't let your kids lose that, because it's got all of your info, your name, your address, your phone numbers, all that, along with the other parents and all that good shit. And then it's got like if it's correct, just leave it alone. If it's not, you've got room for corrections. And I'm like, why don't y'all just do that at the start of the school year? Like,
Seriously.
why do that halfway through? My
Probably
hands
trying to
can't take
juggle
all
them into
this
the
shit.
next semester somehow.
I don't know. It makes no sense as to why we have to fill out the same forms multiple times a year.
There's a lot of legal precedents in schools though. It's weird.
Oh, I
'cause-
get it.
Well, it's buildings and buildings of underage people.
Oh, I mean, I understand, but with all the technology that they're using and they're inputting this data supposedly into a database, it's like, why do I have to refill it? Does your computer not save the information? Does it delete it at the end of the year? And then we've got to do it all over again every year?
They want to see if you're paying attention.
I don't know. I'm only annoyed by it because it causes me physical pain. I mean, don't come at me.
I honestly get
It's my
anxiety
life.
over it sometimes. Like,
Ugh.
did I do something wrong last time or something? My head just goes everywhere when it comes to kids schooling stuff. What did I miss?
I think this year I'm just gonna, when the kids get the forms, I'm gonna be like, here, y'all fill out what y'all know is correct.
Hey,
I'll
that
read
would be a
through
good
it,
test.
check it off, and then all I've got to do is sign that it is correct.
After you
Correct.
pre-read.
Right, of course, I'll check to make sure it's right and make corrections as needed, but I seriously think that's what I'm going to start doing, because it's the same thing throughout the year with field trip forms. You got to fill the same ones out every time for every single teacher. It's monotonous, the trees
Yes, it
they're
is.
killing for this shit.
It is.
Just send me an email. Make me fill it out digitally.
Everybody
Why do
has an email now. At least one.
At least.
Yeah. Took me forever to get mom off MSN.
Oh my god.
Finally got her onto Google. I'm like, Mom, you can't even do anything in MSN.
I can't say that I had MSN, but I had Yahoo and
Oh God, Yahoo.
AOL.
I was never on AOL.
I only had it because everybody that I went to school with had it. I don't even know why I bothered, because I didn't have any friends to talk to. I just read everybody else's, like, away messages. Oh no. Funny. I'd hope one day somebody would talk to me, but no. Nobody wanted to be my friend on Messenger. But look at me now.
Look at me now.
Look at me now.
Glow up.
I'm getting paper.
You've all seen the pictures of me.
I don't want paper.
Right?
Paper means writing. Writing bad.
Writing good.
For you, I'll send you all the papers. Be like, Rabbit, I need you to fill these out and send them back.
I could do that.
Oh yeah, Mama Chris. Yes. I vote yes. Or have all the forms on a school login site. If you have to log in to see the grades and stuff, why not fill out forms for the house?
Thank you, my
Thank
brilliant,
you. That's exactly
lovely
what
friend.
I
I love you. Yes.
One of the things I asked the dean or something of my youngest school was that why do you need all this paper backup? You know, the secure server if you use. And if you lose it, I'm still here and can give it to you again.
Because, I mean, if you really think about it, if all these papers, all these forms supposedly go into, like, a kid's personal file that's confidential, that's kept in a filing cabinet in the office, and you don't get that file when you leave, because I didn't get one. I don't know if anybody else did, but I didn't. So, they hold on to them forever, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't have enough physical space to contain all of this paperwork.
Nope.
Somebody
I
make it
understand
make
about
sense.
archiving, but this is getting ridiculous.
Exactly. Like, they have these people that work in the office, and I'm not trying to, like, throw anybody under a bus by no means, but I know when I was in school and sat up in the office,
they do. They shred it.
They didn't really do much of anything up there except for, like, make the announcements in the morning, answered phone calls, and sat on a computer checking their emails. I swear, I've watched it for years. So, they could be clickety-clacketing on the keyboard and putting all this information into the database. Or they could set it up like Chris said, where we fill it out online. I guess they're worried about getting hacked or whatever, because nobody's going to want to break into a school and steal filing cabinets.
It's crazy.
It's a lot easier to go online and hack a system. I want to know why there's a school bus driver shortage. Does anybody know anything on that? Has anybody heard anything? Well, I mean, apparently, but at the same time, like, when I was in school, it wasn't a lot of outside people that were hired on strictly as bus drivers. They weren't just bus drivers. They were, like, janitorial staff that had to get the license to drive those school buses and the endorsements and whatnot. And they drove the buses. And the ones that weren't were either teachers or teachers' assistants that drove the buses. So I'm trying to figure out, like...
I had the same bus driver from my house to the schools, because we'd stop at different schools, because it's a small town. And I had the same bus driver from kindergarten to 9th grade.
I did too. Miss Morris was my bus driver.
His name was
from the
Ty.
time I was in kindergarten until I left my elementary school, because my school was K through 8. And then after that, when I was in high school, I had the same bus driver until I started driving, which was my junior year. And my kids, bless their hearts, have had the hardest go with the school bus system that is so unprecedented. I don't even know how to tell them how to cope. Because our oldest will get out of the school, go get on her bus, sit down, and then they will pull her and a few other students off their bus and put them on another bus for reasons I still haven't figured out. Like, I thought it was kind of a first come, first serve basis. Like, if she's already there and sitting down, why are you going to take her off the bus? Why not just take the ones that there's no room for and put them on the other bus? You see what I'm saying? I mean, it's not like they got the chance to... It's not like they have the time to sit there and map it all out and be like, oh, well, all these kids on this bus are in a closer proximity to each other, and all these are in a closer proximity to each other. They don't have that kind of time for that kind of planning, you know? So I know it's not for that reason. I remember my bus number. I do too.
I didn't think I did, but we started talking. It popped into my head. It was 53.
I remember my bus from when I was in elementary school.
I remember
when I lived in Pennsylvania, I rode the same bus in elementary school and high school. It was bus number 4, and my bus driver's name was Mrs. Crofcheck.
Oh.
You know something, dear? I'm glad you mentioned that, because that just triggered my brain to go down a whole nother rabbit hole. You know how some people have like these lucky numbers that like just show up all the time in their life, and it's just weird, and every time you hear it, you start noticing it? For some reason, the number 4.
Oh my goodness. Do you know anything about numerology?
I do not.
Person. I know kind of about it, but I'm not. I didn't
like. I know of it.
Jolly bean.
Number 4 is.
We are going to be doing your numerology chart after the show today.
Okay, because here's where I'm coming from. Okay, here's my little bit of evidence that I've gathered mentally.
I'll get to learn your middle name today. I'm excited.
No, hold up. I've already told people my middle name.
I don't
late
remember.
To the party. Well, I'm sorry. First of all, growing up, our birthdays, my grandmother, my mother, myself, and my brother, our birthdays are all 4 days apart. That's one sighting of it. And then me and Goat get together, and all of our children are all 4 years apart in age. That's another thing. Goat's birthday is on the 4th of August. That's another instance of it. And, like, every time there's something, like, positive, I don't know how to explain it, but there's always, like, a number 4 somewhere. It just fits, whether it's, like, the 4 years apart, or it's a date, or if it's, like, a financial amount of money, or whatever. There's always, like, the number 4. I see it, like, so much with, like, and associate it with, like, positive energy, if that makes sense.
Yeah, mine does, too.
Every time I turn around and find another 4, it's just like, jeez. It's kind of like the movie The Number 23 with Jim Carrey.
I didn't watch much Jim Carrey.
I'm not quite that crazy into it where I'm like doing math equations or anything to like compile it and divide it and square root and all that good shit. No, not quite that obsessed into it, but I just keep noticing it. Cherry's birthday was January the 4th.
Yeah.
So there's another 4, and she was like a major impact in my life and a major person in my life.
Yeah.
And it's just wow. I've wanted to look into it, but I'm also like scared of what box I'm gonna open up when I do.
Something may need to be unpacked.
That's right.
The major milestone that me and Goat were talking about that happened in my life was at 4 years old. So there's another one.
I was gonna say that was probably definitely the trigger. That was probably definitely the trigger.
My first wedding anniversary to my ex-husband, it was in April, which is the 4th month of the year. Like, there's just so many 4s.
And there's also another one that we don't really think about very much. Technically, when you think about it, we have 4 kids.
Mm-hmm.
You are my 4th wife.
You see where I'm going? You see, I knew Goat would pick up on it. I knew he'd see what I'm talking about.
No, girl, somebody's trying to tell you something.
Like, the number 4 has just been a repeating constant factor in my life, and it's taken me until, like, literally a few days ago for it to, like, turn the light on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why the light bulb turned on now, but I don't know what caused it or triggered it, but it just all of a sudden just like, hey, there's a lot of 4s in my life that stand out to me. So yeah, Rabbit, I'm looking forward to what the hell you can teach me, but I'm also scared at the same time.
It's okay, boo boo. He will hold
I
your
already
hand.
sent you a link so you can
Oh
honestly do it right now.
God. I can't actually look at it right now, because if I
Her only
move
device
out
is
of...
the one she's on.
Yeah. I mean, I've got my iPad, but it doesn't have the same apps on it, because I don't keep my iPad with me 24/7, and I don't want my kid getting onto my social media when I am not around, and I know she knows how to hack into my shit, regardless of what measures we put in place to prevent it. So, yeah.
So we have tarot at 2.
Yes, tarot at 2.
Tarot at 2. Two más, por favor.
Tea time with Rabbit. At 2.
I think book club is
6:30.
I think she's not going to be here for it.
She said she was. She promised. I asked
Okay.
the other night.
All right.
But
So book
things
club
are subject
and
to
then
change.
bitches with switches Mario Kart.
I may not be here for Mario Kart. I do need to spend some time.
No, say it isn't so. Say it isn't so. We'll miss you.
But it's okay. I'll be here for Rabbit and
Book
for
club.
book club if Eliza decides to come.
So,
'Cause I don't know. She might have changed her plans, because I know originally she was going to go to that
Yeah, she wasn't
play.
supposed to be here last night.
That's why I was like, wait a minute, why are you here? You're supposed to be off having an adventure.
Shit, what was... Oh yeah,
Book club.
I need to get the link for the Rainbow Rabbit Show so I can post it on my TikTok, my Facebook.
I
know I
honestly
have
haven't
2
made it, but
people.
I'm about to make it. Nelson.
Yeah. 2 people I know are already interested in getting a reading at 2 o'clock off my Facebook, so I'm excited. You're gonna meet Shanna and you're gonna meet Andrea.
Cool.
I don't know who else may come. I tagged over 100 people in my post this morning.
Cool. Hopefully we get some subscriptions from it. We need more people.
I need
Like
to read the
500.
next 2 chapters. I was trying to speed read through the last 2 chapters on Sunday. I was like, oh shit, I'm not at home, and I forgot to read my book this week. And Eliza didn't read to me yesterday. That was last week. So then I was scrambling trying to read 2 chapters, and then I get a message that book club was canceled, and I was like, well, okay.
It was a well shit, but also at the same time, okay, I'm safe for this week.
Well, as soon
Like,
I'm
well, damn.
going to try to get my glasses ordered after the 1st. I have to get my checkup and stuff first. So once I start reading again, I could probably catch up with you guys because I'm a fairly fast reader. When I can frickin' see.
Sorry, Vixie.
Driving me crazy. You should have seen me this morning. I'm like, honey, is that a G or an O?
Or a Q.
It was a G.
Or a P. Might be an S. I feel your pain because the other
terrible.
night I have set my closed captions on my Netflix to the large size. In case anybody didn't know you could do that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Because I thought that the closed captions were kind of tiny one night for a show I was watching. And so I was like, huh.
Well, hubby has tinnitus, and I don't remember which ear. Probably both by now. So he has a constant
Probably both
ringing.
by now.
What?
Probably both by now. You're so silly.
Well, it is a disorder. So anyways, he loses pitches. If certain pitches where he's losing his upper range of hearing. So because of the constant ringing, I don't think I could live with what he's got. I think that would drive me insane. But he's so good to me about it. So we usually have captions on everything, you know. And one day we were watching Boogie. He was like 4, maybe, and you could tell he was reading the captions. You know, his eyes tracking and stuff. He was reading. I'm like, dude, if you could just write, that would be awesome.
Yeah, the other night after the meltdown that I went through, I was trying to put on Netflix so that way I could just go to bed. And I clicked the button and I look at the TV and I am blinking like hell. I am squinting. I even have my glasses on. Could not read a fluffing thing.
I was wondering if they could do a clear blue, a blue filter on my glasses, because that's for internet and stuff like that.
Me and Jelly
but do you
Bean both
see
actually
it
have
all the
that.
time? Like when you're wearing them, do people see that mirror thing?
Nope.
Oh, cool. Well, I'll have to look into that. I wonder how much that is, because I bet that would help me a lot.
Oh, Myrtle, I'm so sorry. I had no idea.
I can't do ringing.
Well,
I just can't.
What I have to say about the ear ringing is left is for love and right is for spite. So whoever's talking about you, just talking mad shit about either or.
Yeah, mad shit. That's funny.
Well, I think that it must be his left ear because we always talking about how much we love him, and then I don't think there could be anybody that would want to say anything about him out of spite because
they know I'd kill him. No,
I have no complaint.
Mr. FBI agent who's watching our show, that was a joke.
But Mama Vixie didn't see my new duet with her this morning yet.
No, I haven't.
No, you haven't.
I got up around 6 o'clock and fell back to sleep. Hubby came in and he's like, it's almost 10 o'clock. And I was okay, thinking the show was at 10 in my head because I'm not awake. I get all put together and he goes, I go, oh, it's 10:30. Or it's 10 o'clock. And hubby's like, yeah. I'm like, I was just nervous that I was going to be late.
I always do that too, Vixie. Like, because when I first started with the channel, it was at 10. And it ran from 10 to 12.
Yep.
And so, like, I still have this, like, habit of when I wake up going, coffee house is, like, it's 10. And it's like, no, it's at 11. Every time I look at the clock, no, it's at 11.
I just couldn't do 2 hours anymore. I'm like, I can't do it.
I don't blame you. That was a lot.
Jelly Bean, you should put an alarm on your thing where you record your voice saying no, it's 11, and set that to go off on the weekends at 10 a.m. Comes up and says no, it's at 11.
I love you.
I probably won't do it, but it sounds like a really good idea. I love it.
I think it's my mess. If I message him, if I text him, I think, is the one where it comes out. This is what do I say?
It's her voice saying incoming message.
Incoming message.
That's cute.
I had him on mine, and every time he said it would go off in stores and stuff, a lot of women would go, "Who's that? Oh, that's cool. Who's that? My husband." Back off.
Dude, that gives me an idea. I need to get one of Cherry's audios from TikTok and turn it into a ringtone. So that way when people I don't want to answer the phone for call me, I can just go, fuck around. Then I know. It's like, oh God. Don't worry if you can't find your phone. It's probably not that important.
One of my favorites I would never put on my phone or anyone else's, but it's hilarious. You all know who Foamy the Squirrel is, right?
Yes!
I love Foamy the Squirrel. I like Pillsy the best. But there's one where he says, "Track down this phone to whoever it goes to and kill him."
I remember watching Ill Will Press as a freaking middle schooler, man. I miss that squirrel.
Well, I feel old.
I used to watch every episode. Squirrely Wrath is what got me hooked, man. I'm not even gonna lie.
The first one we watched, the God's Hooked, was 5 more minutes.
Yeah, 5 more minutes.
With the creamy cheese.
You must rise and take your squirrel to the coffee shop for bagels with cream cheesy.
So, guys.
What?
Rabbit is curious to find a cheap clothing site he can buy clothes off of. That even if it takes 3 months to get the clothes, I want to get a cheap clothing site to buy clothes off of.
If you want to really, okay. Have you ever heard of Wish?
I've heard of
I've gotten some pretty cool T-shirts that are actually like Hanes T-shirts that have different things.
But be careful what you wish for.
Well, the cool thing with me is every time I didn't get anything, they just refunded me and gave it to me if it came in.
What you got, hubby?
Nothing. I just figured it'd be easier to just mute myself and stay up here rather than just coming back up and down all the time.
Yeah, most of our kids are asleep.
Because the oldest in the background is making noise.
It's nice to see you.
Because
like hubby pops up, everybody gets quiet.
Well, we're trying to listen.
I know.
Just posted a screenshot to Coffee House, and I want
your Florida opinions on it.
In what?
Every time I go to Discord, I keep clicking TikTok.
Coffee House? Okay.
You know what Foamy the Squirrel reminds me of, Vixie?
Me?
If we were to take Cherry Rants and put an audio filter on it, we would have Foamy the Squirrel.
Oh. No, see, I'm the girl. Go back to sleep. 5 more minutes. You did not just say 5 minutes. Discord. I can almost read
it. Damn. That's crazy.
This was on your For You page?
Oh, now I got to get the tablet because I want to know.
Yeah, I saw it on I saw it on Facebook. People are over here, and it's like, oh my God, Michelangelo's David is obscene.
Oh, I thought she was talking about us. I forgot about that obscene thing. Oh my Lord, that was the first penis I ever saw.
That's the first what you ever saw?
David, the sketch of David.
Michelangelo.
Where the hell is the coffee house?
Well, My
There it
Bluetooth
is.
isn't turned up all the way, so it sounded like
I
you said that was the first penis you'd ever saw.
Yeah,
That's what she said.
that's what I said.
Oh. Okay.
Oh my!
I was really
Lana.
into museums and stuff when I was in elementary school.
The
But I didn't
first penis I ever saw were the little cherubs on the
the
ceiling.
naked babies with wings. Aren't they adorable? I hate them.
Yes.
things.
And guess where I
Yes.
saw them? In Beauty and the Beast. They're on the ceiling.
Yeah, those cherubs don't the Vatican came in and made cherubs cute. Those are not cute. Those are furies. They're women coming to kill you to make up for some great debt. I swear that's what they are.
I think you're right, because I've heard that somewhere
Yeah.
recently. The second one I ever saw was on the VHS box for My Little Mermaid tape. It was on the castle.
Oh, that's gonna be.
Yep. They had to do a redacted version. It's not any longer on there, but the original VHS tape or cassette tape boxes, it was on, I believe, the right-hand side of the castle. You can Google it. It's no secret anymore. Like, people have, like, zoomed in and circled it for people to be able to see it.
Well, and the crazy part
I've shared
is... Go
I've
ahead.
shared the post. If you want to bring it up, Vixie.
Florida charter school. Oh, I didn't know it was in Florida. I'm not surprised. Florida charter school principal has been forced to resign after a parent complained 6th graders were exposed to pornography during a lesson on the Renaissance art that included Michelangelo's David sculpture. Holy fuck. Really? You people are asinine.
I'm surprised they're not suing Nintendo.
Really?
Because the same statue is in our museums on our islands.
Yep.
And that game is not just for adults, it is for everyone.
You're muted, honey. If you're talking to us, you're muted.
Now you're muted again.
Try again. Damn it. I love being able to read lips.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes. You're
Okay.
unmuted now.
There's a woman was talking about she was she had to consult a lawyer to make sure that she wasn't going to get in trouble for a school play of A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Oh, I love that's one of my favorites.
And yet there's a man in that dressed as a woman, and it's in a school play, and they and it's like you had to consult with the lawyer to make sure it'd be okay to do this 400-year-old play.
I know it's ridiculous. I know it's ridiculous. If you want your children to have any kind of culture that's positive, it's your job. No, they're not getting it from the schools. Elliot goes, "Oh, there's a pee-pee, Mama." That's cute. And that's another thing. If you expose them when they're really young to stuff like this, they won't be. It's easier for them to give themselves positive body image. It's great art from who knows how long. I don't even know how long ago it was. A lot. And his technique, Michelangelo's technique, is beyond great.
When he did David, he did it, and he was going to be up in the cathedral, and it was going to be like, so the nearest anyone could get to it was like 60 feet away, and the people who built it for said that is too beautiful to put up there, and they put it in the middle of a square so that everyone could see it up close because it was just that beautiful.
Yep.
These folks is the
Originally,
reason why
Shakespeare
the
was all
world's
drunk. Yes,
laughing
it
at us.
was. Any plays 400 years ago, everything was men. There were no women involved. It was illegal, so men had to portray the women, and they're actors. So it doesn't mean anything, but they were playing a role in a film, in a theater.
Yeah, but like you were saying, honey, they don't want you to if you're exposed to David and the arts and this stuff, you're doing something that scares these fascists to death. You might think for yourself.
Yeah, I think
As long as they keep you down with shame and embarrassment over your body and all this stuff, it's easier to control you.
That's right.
Amen.
Yes, Mama Christie. Original Peter Pan was played by
a
what
woman.
the hell was her name?
Dorothy Hamill. No.
No.
That.
It was a skater.
Yeah,
I think you're thinking Sandy Duncan, though.
Sandy Duncan. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
At Walt Disney World, when Tinkerbell comes down and to do the fireworks, that it's always a guy on that zip line.
You lying.
Nope. It was one of the weirdest truths I think I ever learned about. That the basement of Disney World is creepy as fuck. It's like something out of a new, like a scientific horror movie.
It's a fucking space station. It is in every corner of the park above is modern. My dad used to work there for a little while back in the 70s, and even at the time, they had everything was modern. There was someone who was wanted for a violent crime who would come into the park. And the FBI alerted them, so they were over here in the control room watching as in the Snow White's castle, the middle castle,
Cinderella's castle.
Cinderella's castle.
Yeah.
There's the lockers on either side, of the thing that you walk through. So and people mill around in there and stuff. And while this guy was in there fooling around in there, various park employees just have to come up and just quietly shoo everyone out so that no one was in there except this guy, and he didn't realize that they were out because people who were coming in to replace him were FBI agents. And all of a sudden they took him down, took him under the thing, and no one in the park, no customer in the park knew that anything had happened.
It was all below.
It's a small world after all.
Another little thing. When I was working at I wasn't working there. I'd gone there with some friends, and we were in the line for Space Mountain. And there's a long ass line for Space Mountain.
Always.
And this girl Dory, who was with us, she wore.
I got it too, Jellybean.
She was wearing uncomfortable shoes. She was wearing shoes that were great for a night out, not great for standing around a park all day.
Yeah, park.
And she steps out of her shoes, and I shit you not. I mean, we're in the middle of a crowded line. It's milling about. It's not single file. And it was in the first part that you go in before you go into the tunnel. It's pretty crowded. She stepped out, and not 10 seconds after she did this, all of a sudden a Disney employee walks by and says, "Put your shoes on," and
kept walking.
Yeah, and it's like there's no way he could have seen that, but someone did.
Someone did.
And sent him through.
Yeah, because he was the closest. Even sometimes they do that with the characters too. Send them, even though they're not ready to.
That's fucking creepy.
Well, actually, it's you think it's creepy, but it's like
ingenious.
It's safe.
Mm-hmm.
It is over here. It's not. You're not supposed to be doing something. It's a public place, and they're making sure that everyone in the park is safe. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you're not going to have a lot of privacy there, but you're not there to have privacy. You're there to have fun.
Right.
You're not going to be like going and screwing someone in the toilet, which is probably about the only place you could. Because the only place I think they don't have cameras is
No,
in
it's
the
illegal
toilet,
to have
and
them
I
in the
could be
bathroom.
wrong.
With so many feet of the bathroom.
I understand. It's just still creepy.
I guess
It's
he's a fairy.
appreciated creepy, but creepy nonetheless.
It is creepy, and it's like you're in a different dimension, or like he said, outer space. I hated those tunnels.
You are in a different dimension. You're in Disneyland, in Disney World.
Disney World's basement.
It's a whole nother planet in Florida.
Oh, goodness gracious. But at the same time, they could show our government a thing or two about security.
Mm-hmm.
Their security is amazing. Creepy, but amazing. Oh yeah, I always feel like somebody's watching me too. I've tracked down people who were following me in stores before. I remember when I was 18, my best friend Michael and I walked through Sears to get to the other part of the mall. And we were walking through and I'm like, that guy is staring at us. Michael laughed. And a few steps later he goes, holy shit, he's following us. So I turned around and said, can I help you? Do you need anything? This 8-year-old or 18-year-old just yelled. Oh my God. He ran. I wasn't sure if he was security or just somebody decided to be my biggest fan or something. I don't know. But it was funny. He ran. Like his feet were on fire. Oh. And I got coffee. It's not my regular coffee, but it's still Stoke.
Yeah.
I swear. First they take away my Dunkin', and now they take away my favorite Stoke.
Which one's
evil
your favorite?
fuckers. I really do miss the Dunkin' one, though. That was my favorite. I always feel like somebody... Oh, I read that already. I always feel like somebody's watching you. Most of the time, somebody is. People watch. Do you all remember people talking about people watching? You go in the mall, you sit down in one of those benches and just watch the crowds go by?
I do that.
I do that, too. It keeps me from having a panic attack. It really does.
I mean, technically, we all do that. Technically, we all do that. I mean, TikTok.
Even just walking around, we do that.
Sitting here right now, I know somebody's watching me.
I have water and an avocado. Is that what you're eating right now?
Avocado.
I was working on dice.
Ice cuddling.
Back in the aughts, back in the before 2010, when you had these flip phones, you could text somebody in line of sight. You didn't have to know them.
Yeah.
You just text
It's
somebody.
they're called drop downs or something like that now?
Yeah, something like that.
And you have to have your phone set for it, so people can't randomly do it unless you set it.
But
yeah, now
back
the main
then,
one that has it. Apple.
Back then it was just an automatic thing. And our friend Dana used to sit in the mall and randomly tell people things while they were walking by.
You look lovely today.
Hope you have a wonderful day. So don't forget to smile. I keep getting phone calls on my very private phone number. From people who want in text messages that are very simple, like, hey, how you doing? Delete. I have no idea who you are. None.
And I've been getting, I get automated messages at least twice a day, sometimes as many as 5 times a day, from Amber, from Medicare benefits.
I'm sorry, but the government wouldn't try to track you down that after all those calls. They never would have. They'd probably call you twice, leave a message, and never speak to you again. If it was the real government. They don't want to do anything about it.
Of course not.
No.
Because then they wouldn't be able to go after TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't have the time to not.
Oh, I actually remember
what
I bought these for. just now. These are for Sweet Tart. My blue-haired girl with the barrettes in it.
Right.
Who's watching? Mama
Just
Chris, are you
have
still
fun.
watching? I think we lost everybody. Well, that's it.
Yeah,
Cats and kittens.
I gotta step
Alright.
away anyway because
Let's
this
go get
boy
some
wants
lunch
to
and
change
then
his
Jelly
tablet.
Bean, I'm gonna call you so we can do your numerology together. I'm excited.
Mama Chris. Squirrel syndrome.
Oh, Myrtle's watching. Well, my thing is lying to me then. It says we only have one person watching us. No, this is what I need. Okay. So everybody have a wonderful day, magical, happy stuff. And we have tarot at 2, and then we have book club at 6:30. I'm going to double check that, so be sure you
Tune in.
check the Discord. If there's any cancellations, I'll put them in the chatter box.
Okie dokie.
Sounds like a plan?
I'll be
Yes,
here.
ma'am.
All right. I love you all. Mwah. We'll see you in a little bit.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
It is by will alone that I set my mind in motion. It is by the juice of Java that thoughts acquire speed, that the lips acquire stain, the stains become a warning. It is by will alone I set my mind in motion.
Oh Lord, give me coffee to accept the things I cannot change, the extra espresso shot to change the things I can, and one more cup so I can tell the difference. Grande.
Hail, coffee full of cream, caffeine is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst the beverages, and blessed is the result of thy consumption, wakefulness. Holy coffee, color of mud, be there for us workers, now at the hour of our commute, so must it brew.
Caffeine is my shepherd, I shall not doze. It maketh me to wake in green pastures. It leadeth me beyond the sleeping masses. It restoreth my buzz. It leadeth me into a path of consciousness for its name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of addiction, I fear no equal, for thou art with me. Thy cream and thy sugar, they comfort me. Thou preparest a carafe before me in the presence of Juan Valdez. Thou anointest my day with pep, my mug runneth over. Surely richness and taste shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Duncan forever.
Good morning, Planet Flipside. How about you this morning? We saved you a seat. May your coffee cup runneth over, and may your day be magical.